Everybody, welcome to Horse
Horse,
Club.
horse, horse, horse. Horse, 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 horse. Horse, 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 horse. Horse, 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 horse. Horse, 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 horse.
Is that a Demon Slayer horse? Sorry, it wasn't really.
No, it's the angry barista
Oh, from Instagram.
from Instagram.
Yes. You can't just come in here. Yeah.
What?
What?
Oh, you're getting decaf.
You know, my Schwartz has like the same body model those horses have. So my Schwartz I could do a little skit.
You
My
could do a little
Schwartz.
skit.
Yeah. It's like I'm inspired now, you know.
She does sell halters. She's got an online store. Where do you think I got the stickers from?
I don't
These-
think Schwartz's head shape would.
She sells saddles too.
Yeah, I could saddle the Schwartz, but
Yep.
I don't. The
Okay, anyway.
I'd have to make my own halter.
Yep. It's not like you don't have a. I mean, it would be helpful if you had a show where you just make things, right?
Yeah, like Tinker Tailor.
Yeah, I like Tinker Tailor.
Yeah,
Okay.
because today here on Can't Draw Horses Club, we're coloring, but first I have to say hello to Carrie,
Hi.
who is my
I'm
guest.
Carrie.
My guest today, Iris of Ether in the
Yeah.
chat zone. And I have to put stickers on my laptop. I mean, I have to stickers.
Yay, stickers.
So I got this cool sticker today. And I wanted to put it on my notebook, but it's not gonna fit anywhere without really obscuring things or creating a bizarre juxtaposition between a crow and a goose. Which would be the
Is that French?
most murderous bird. I think it's Latin.
Is it Latin?
I believe it says no gods, no masters.
Sick.
So I'm gonna be putting it on my laptop instead. And I also have this Dungeon Meshy one that I bought in Japan that I haven't applied anywhere yet. So I got a little circular thing.
Action.
Yeah.
So good.
You're gonna do your stickers?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, that was kind of the.
You're just gonna show off the stickers.
Yeah,
I see how it is.
I have another sticker that so there will be I will I think have some sticker hijinks later, but I guess I can show off a few things. One of them is a sticker. If you've got me on the big cam,
I can big cam you.
you can big cam me.
That's
okay.
a cool S.
It is a cool S. I got that from my friends along with a paperback Paradise bookmark.
Did you make a sticker out of the Shrekmobile?
Shrekmobile. No,
It's just a card.
it's a card altar. Let me see if I can zoop.
I can also pull up your face. Big.
Oh no, you can do the desk because I can autofocus better. There we go.
Yeah, you gotcha.
So that's going to Sevenish Magpies because I think she's got a Grease Fang deck. And it took me like an hour or something, and now it's out of my brain, and I'm happy with that. But
isn't it nice when brain not full?
Yes.
That stupid thing. Thanks, Wedge.
Jam in the back of my Shrekula. I'm just really happy that I managed to get the like pointy bits of the front bumper to look like teeth. It's horrifying and I'm very happy with it. Teeth. But the things that I actually have for today to start with are I've got some coloring books. I've got this monster coloring book from I think Iceland, either Iceland or Finland, from my friends.
Right.
Kai and Brainbetter when they went, and they came back and they gave me some monsters. And then I got, I don't know, my mom sent this to me, which is pretty. I think she was in our family. We kind of like sometimes get rid of hobbies, and so this just got sent to me in the mail. With
Yeah, it's like how I think someone
I don't think I'm gonna.
sent
Yeah.
sent me this random book. This
Oh, like this book.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, someone.
And by sent, you mean I gave it to you at PAX. If it was me.
I think it came in the box with the horse stuff.
Did it?
Maybe. I don't remember. So long ago. The box is still on my floor.
If
Uh
it was me.
what about what if it was you?
What if it was me? It certainly would not have given it to you at PAX, and you said, "Oh, we should do it as a twofer one day." And then you did buy two, right? And then I swore, and I went back and I bought a second one.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh.
We might have to schedule that.
Yep. But for now, monsters, and then maybe a special bonus later.
Yes. Bonus monsters. All right. Yeah, so we're just coloring.
Yeah,
And
we're
maybe
just
I don't know.
doing a
Chatting,
color
talking.
and chatting. Yeah, because 2024. What even is this? I'm tired. I'm eepy.
Oh, it's still 2024, isn't it?
Yeah, for like 2 days, 1.5 days. Right?
Rude.
Right?
What did I do to deserve this? I'm gonna do the swearing coloring book.
Yes, correct.
And
found a
I also have
monster in
to
here.
adjust my camera for the top down because it's just out of my shot right now. So
Just
that
out of your shot right now.
yeah, so it should live about here, like
Should live about
directly in
there.
front of my. Are we freestyling?
Are we
What's...
freestyling?
You're just echolollying.
I'm looking for monsters and I guess echololing.
Mm-hmm. I was pretty sure I said those words, and then you said those words.
I am a Kenku.
A
Oh.
naked Kenku.
Yes. Behold! A man!
Yeah, okay. Please, someone in chat who can draw.
Just a naked Kenku.
Yeah, behold a man, but it's just someone's got a kenku by the neck and they've stripped the kenku.
Oh.
Alright.
Yep. Oh, and yep, I totally I vaguely trolled Corey with
Vaguely.
my big old tea mug.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, there we go. Missed a prequel to Riven. Coming 1993.
God, they got the font and everything.
That was like one of the official Cyan designers went onto social media, said, "I just designed something very stupid. It's going to be available for a limited time. So you can't get the mug anymore, but you can get the shirt."
I'm freehanding this, so if it's not exactly halfway in the middle of the screen, you know who to blame. And now I've got to go in and set my camera to stop autofocusing. So, we're going into the silent zone for a minute, chat. As I track down my camera settings.
It's the silent zone. Surprise when there's suddenly audio. La 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 la.
Where did my frickin' camera go? Hold on.
Beep, beep, beep,
We're going back.
bees. We're going back.
Beep, beep, beep. You're not supposed to do the we're going back live to audio jokes. when I take the audio away.
Oh no, are we doing that?
Only I heard that. You'll never work in TV.
I'll never work in TV. No. No. Oh,
Uh,
can they hear us?
yes,
Okay.
but they've only heard us dying.
I don't know if I want to explain that one. I don't
You
think I
don't
should.
have to. You
What
don't
do you-
have to.
I don't have to. It's funnier that way.
So funny. We can refer to it. It's gonna be our own little in joke for
Mm-hmm.
from now until I guess one of us dies and inherits all of the collected wealth that the that went
Given
in the
my
pool.
Given my track record, it's probably me.
But you're horrifically young. Don't you remember?
I am horrifically young. I'm so young. So I yeah, I don't chat, I have a laser eye. It's cool. I did the whole Naruto thing. I don't know if it's have I been back since then? No. I got cataracts. I had cataracts in my early 40s. What the fuck? Like my late 30s actually.
We're starting a horse club death pool?
Yeah,
Sure.
I wouldn't bet on me.
The last one living can draw a representation of a horse for future generations.
Mm-hmm.
I have to decide
Like,
what
I'm
color
doing my
flowers
best.
are. I
Yeah.
get leaves first. You're doing your best?
Like, I'll be stubborn about it, but there's a bunch of autoimmunes in this family. Don't bet on me.
So many autoimmunes.
Mm-hmm. My understanding is like autoimmunes, it's kind of like getting a punch card. Like once you pop, you can't stop. Once you have one, you're more likely to have another. So, you know, that's a thing. I'm a wait, no. TXC2, no. No tontines. No. Bad.
Whereas the death pool's okay.
Yes. Clearly.
Clearly. Alright. Starting to scribble.
Oh, speaking of, I was so freaking happy to discover that not only did Clearly Canadian not go away, they've been trying to remarket it, and it's popped up back up in stores in the U.S. again.
Okay.
If it ever went away, I don't know.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know?
Yeah. I'm Canadian all the time, so I don't really need.
You
to be
don't need the
told.
reminder.
Yeah.
You don't need to be okay. Back in my day, when I was in late middle and early high school, we would hop on our bikes and we would go down to the corner store and I would go into the Benjamin Franklin craft store and get some stuff, and I would go to the candy store next door, and then I would go to the little grocery store that was in that strip mall and get me some Clearly Canadian, and it was great. And glass bottles and
Glass bottles?
yeah, no, they're still in glass. You can get them in cans too, but they're in glass bottles. They're H-Bomb and friends, I recognize that your Clearly Canadian cherry is the best, but I am a fan of the blackberry. And I think many others are too, because if there's ever one that's out, it's that one.
So you're saying I should go down to the States and get some Clearly Canadian?
Yes. And just bring it back for the laughs.
No, I want to drink it all.
Yeah. Actually, the thing that I know for sure went away and they brought back was Snapple Elements. So that was like a 90s thing.
Snapple should not control the elements.
Snapple should not control that. That's too much power for one Snapple.
Yeah, you've seen how they drown people in the commercials, and that's just water power.
Ooh. So, I mean, well, I guess that makes sense. It's their origin story. So yeah, the different elements are like it, like they used to be glass bottles. I think now they are plastic. And it'd be like Snapple Earth, Snapple Water, Snapple Fire, and the fire was some like dragon fruit mix, which was the first time I had ever seen dragon fruit as an N flavor in the 90s.
Right?
Um, and so I think those are the main three that are back. And if you will permit me 1 minute to get something very stupid.
All right, I'll just full screen mine. We're
Yeah.
good. You're good.
Okay.
I'm scribbling. Doesn't matter if it's in the lines or not. Because fuck you! Is why. That's the energy we are bringing today.
So, back in the heyday of the Snapple elements, they also briefly went into a detour where they tried to do some like low calorie or diet versions or something.
Oh.
And so I don't think that they ever reintroduced this. Let me move this out of the way so that you can see it against the black screen. We saw this in the store like late 90s, early 2000s, probably early 2000s. Pointed, laughed a bunch, pointed some more, bought one, drank it, cleaned out the bottle, and this thing has been following us since the early 2000s.
Wait, so if you throw it out, it just...
It's a diet air.
That explains the laughter. And
Yep.
it's...
No, it's a bottle of air.
It's beautiful.
This bottle is like probably older than some members of chat.
Does it have a year on it?
You
got best
does
before.
It? Does it? It might. Yeah, exact. No, yes, Adept Necromancer. What about air is not already diet? Correct. Why do you think we own this? Oh, I see. That's not a Best Buy. That seems to be a lot number.
Oh. Well, maybe if that's low enough, we can...
Yeah. I mean, I'm freaking curious now. Made in the USA, Snapple.com.
Okay, so they had websites.
I'm not that old, Corey.
Not all corporations had websites.
Okay, all right, granted. I'm gonna dust this thing and a fucking fruit genie is gonna come out.
Might be a little dust on the bottle.
Oh my god.
Don't let it fool you. It's what it says on the label.
I'm not opening this thing. This air predates
You don't
COVID.
want to huff it? It must be so clean.
Yes.
Oh, wait. No, it might be just CFCs.
Yeah.
That's 90s air, isn't it?
Yeah, 90s, 2000s air.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go put this back before I accidentally break it and make myself sad.
You know, you could turn that bottle inside out and it would still be containing all the air.
All right. Back to painting coloring monsters. Painting with our imagination.
Ooh. Imagination. Thank you, Lord Zorano, for confirming what the sticker says.
Random trivia. Quote, in 500 years, some archaeologists will dig that up and wonder why we had to purchase air in glass bottles. Correct. Although, like, wasn't there a thing like some years back where some company in like I want to say Beijing was selling packaged air?
I think that's a thing like now. Like I don't think air
Oh jeez.
bars are coming back, but I think you can get like a little like can with a mask on it.
Yeah, that was what I was visualizing.
Yeah, I think those and they're flavored.
I think it like the reason that I knew about it was during some of the heights of really bad air pollution. It's possible they've worked on the air pollution. I admit I have not been paying attention. Um, Mock hookah, yes.
Diet hookah. How many calories are in hash?
I have had zero reason to look this up because my weak lungs. No, my weak lungs shall inhale nothing but steroid inhalers.
Ooh, your lungs are gonna get so jacked. That's the joke, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's actually like yeah, my like year-end physical last year. He's like, "Well, we can just give you an albuterol for as needed, which is fine." But he's like, "But the research shows that if you're having to hit that more frequently, it may actually just be fine to give you a steroid inhaler because then at least it's strengthening things when you go in there." And yeah, sure, fine.
I would use my asthma as an excuse to like not do gym class, but it didn't work when my PE teacher had worse asthma.
Oh, oh no.
He would be like, "Yeah, well, I have 5 inhalers," and I'm like, "Damn it!" And they'd
Yeah,
be
I
like, "You
definitely
have to actually maintain your dosage and stuff. You have to actually treat yourself." I'm like, "Damn it!"
uh yeah, I definitely had some I had a bad kind of segment like my like ninth 10th grade, my freshman sophomore year, I think,
Mm-hmm.
where I just kept having like weird like hyperventilation breathing things, which to be fair, my like when you go into to those and they have you measure your like breathing strength, they have you blow into a tube and tell
The one with
you
the
how.
balls or the
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, where they measure your like flow output. Mine is very bad.
Uh huh.
So like there's definitely some breathing unhappiness there, but I'm beginning to think that some of that was just panic attacks.
You
Cuz yeah,
know,
no.
that would make sense.
Yeah. No, there was a period of time where it was just like and Carrie's unhappy and we're just going to keep adding more breathing and allergy medication on top of it.
Yeah.
Uh and then eventually I like weaned off and was on basically nothing for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And learned some tricks on like so if you feel like you're hyperventilating, maybe don't.
Yep. That's one of the tricks.
Mhm. Cuz then you won't have the thing where your fingers start to feel like tingly and then it
Tingly,
freaks you out.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man, tingly fingers are. Oh, it's kind of like when the first time like one of your fingers bloats up or something for no reason.
Oh no.
Have you never had that?
Um I feel like I've had I think maybe
Did you ever
just a
do the
little
thing where
bit.
you'd like wind a string around your finger and then the tip would get puffy?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like that, but you didn't wind the string.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, why is my hand sausagey?
Oh no. I wonder is that related to chill? I feel like there's something called chillblains where you
Yes.
get super reactive to cold.
No, this is just like a water retention thing around menstruation.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I was in Calgary at the museum when this happened the first time. I was just wandering around by myself, trying not to look weird, like elevating my hand so that
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, that sucks. Bodies are weird.
Yeah,
Why do we need them?
just Googling to see if I'm gonna have a heart attack or something.
Oh yeah, no, that was this year's physical where I was like, so most of the things are okay, but I've been noticing that every once in a while my heart feels like it skips a beat
Yep.
and I can feel it like, I
It
put
does
my
like
hand
a
up.
little like strangled kathunk.
Yeah. It like feels like it doesn't do anything and then it has a heavy thunk after and I'm just like, "So, we need to." And he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Actually, I'm heartened that you're saying that it's only happens like once." Then, goes about its business. And so like, yeah, pretty much said, "Hey, if any of these other symptoms happen, reach out and we can actually do tests, but this is actually fairly normal
Mm-hmm.
where it's just
Uh-huh.
yeah, no, it's the timing of the heartbeat is slightly off, so it goes off when it's not completely full, so it has this like or maybe so the
Like
prior
there's a
does
bit of
not.
like an imbalance that just
Yeah,
yeah.
so it doesn't quite expel out or it like maybe expels a little bit too little. So you don't actually feel the part where it has the slight misfire. What you're feeling is the part where, okay, now you have a pump and a half's worth of blood in the chamber and it has to push real hard to get that out.
Yeah.
That's what you're actually feeling. And he's like, this is normal and it will happen to people, and most people don't feel it. Like just a misfire.
Mm-hmm.
If you happen to be like particularly sensitive to feeling it or sitting and laying in a way where your heart is pressing up against your ribs or something weird, then you'll feel it. And he's like, and also it can. He's like, have you been stressed lately? And I'm like, yes. He's like, yeah, that can make it worse. I'm like, yeah. I am so sorry to the folks in chat who are now super aware of your heartbeat
Yeah,
or
and who also
heartbeat.
didn't know that that was a normal feeling that you could sometimes have. Just a
Yep.
ka-chunk. It's like, oh my god, I'm dying.
Mm-hmm. I will not look up aortic dissection, Juliamon, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up, Julia
Uh-huh.
Mon.
Yeah, I have had not to go into, I mean, ignore in addition to all of the other fun 2024 garbage that we're all dealing with, I think, like, and ignoring the, like, cycling of 4 elder adults that having their own health procedures and scares, like, on a constant cycle for the past most of this year.
Mm-hmm.
And ignoring the work stress, which you can't ignore.
Shut up.
Yeah.
If I don't look at it, it goes away.
But yeah, there was a reason why I was just like, hey, Corey, like, I have off this Monday. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
And then it was like, what topic? I'm like, okay, well, topic A, topic B, or topic C, which is fuck it, just color. Because we're all tired and we sleepy and we want a break.
And you know me, I will always go for the lowest effort option. No, that's not true, but often true.
Yeah. Like, no,
Cuz
I
like
appreciate
Mondays are still Mondays. I do this every
there.
week, but it's still a Monday.
It is still a Monday. And like, I've been off since the 25th. Um, so I've kind of reverted to full goblin mode with
With
sleeping.
night times.
A little bit, like it's not as bad as some, but it definitely shifts back by at least 2 hours. And anyway, I'm glad that I woke up on time because my phone fell behind the bed.
I would, yeah. I haven't had to set an alarm for a week, so I was just like double, triple checking before
Uh-huh.
bed. I was just like, please, please work, please work, please work.
Yep. I think I set one alarm today because I was like, I will be up before noon. There's not really that much of a worry about that for me anyway. Um, but I wanted to make sure I had enough time to get some stuff, get the cameras ready, do any additional like cleaning and eat
Finding
and
stuff and
yeah,
yeah.
eat a food. I found most of the stuff in the past days, but like,
Okay.
yeah, no. I just needed to make sure that the tech got set up and um I wanted to run to the grocery store. I needed to run to the slightly fancier grocery store to try and pick up a ball of pre-made pizza dough because hi, I've got autoimmune diseases and I can't eat normal people bread and it sucks and it
No,
sucks.
no, you just can't eat normal people.
I can't eat normal people. Arr, 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 arr. No, that I'm a higher gen vampire. I need to eat vamps.
Oh, that is a
Yeah,
problem.
that is a problem.
Stupid table. It's just like, what? I can't even eat animals now? Bagged
Man,
blood
this
does
sucks.
nothing? I have to kill a human every day? Man.
I guess I'll go into torpor.
Meh. Just,
I am actually playing in a Dark Ages vampire game. I'm not that high a generation though.
or low.
Or yeah, I'm not that low a generation. Although that may change.
Uh,
Uh,
how are you gonna make that number different?
Playing a Banu Hakim in the Dark Ages. The assassins.
Yes, and so for chat, do you wanna talk about what their like clan stuff is?
I actually like my sire. I'm not gonna.
He's
I actually.
delicious.
Yeah. No, She's a Road of Kings. Um, because it's so the Dark Ages. You don't default to Road of Humanity, unlike in Modern Mage or Mage. I'm sorry. I'm more of a Mage gamer. I just happen to be in a vampire game.
Still playing mage.
I'm always playing Mage. That's where my username, well, part of my username came from.
Oh, the Iris of Ether, yes.
The of Ether part, anyway. Yeah. Uh,
Oh.
no, like it used to be like something like baby's first username was like Iris13, and then once I got into like college, I'm like, I'm gonna change part of this because no. And
Oh.
by that point, I was solidly in college in an engineering degree, and it felt like, and I was getting so little sleep that it felt magical at times. So fuck it. Now I have a name of a magic engineer that I have never
Right, but what
actually.
do Banu Hakim do?
So they're the assassins, and
What's the deal?
what's the deal with like at least in the Dark Ages there were three different varieties of them, and so I'm not playing the full-on assassin one. Like there's warriors, viziers, and blood mages. And I'm playing a vizier. But regardless of all of that, one of her clan powers is
Big Sippy?
it's the poison and murder
Oh,
abilities.
okay.
And they do actually have a ritual for Big Sippy. Like,
Are any of your coterie mates salubri?
not that I'm aware of.
Oh. Oh, you don't know what each other is.
No, we do. No, we don't have salubri. But
Okay.
we're the game is set in I actually probably would have played a Tremere, but it wouldn't have fit the game setting. Um because Mage, what was it? Order of Hermes?
Sure.
Yeah, no, the Magic Alchemists,
Yep.
big wizard energy. No, so no, we're playing in Iberia. Um right, kind of like in the time period when it's starting to like we're playing Most of us are Muslim vampires in Iberia right before Iberia falls back to the Christians.
Okay.
Um, and so I think almost every character is Muslim. We have one who's non-denominational slash Greek slash healer, and then we have one who is uh some variant of hedonist,
How
but not
does
but
I mean,
not a devil worshiper because screw them, they're stupid.
you might not have discussed this for your game,
Yep.
but as Muslim characters, how does the
Yep.
prayer thing work if you're only awake at night?
Oh, um I don't know. My character is only nominally one, so never did research.
Oh,
I think that there is a book. I don't know if it is written tastefully or not because White Wolf. Then you just yeah, but yeah, I don't know. So yeah, anyway, I definitely went pretty deep into the discipline that involves turning your blood into poison and weakening and or killing people, and then like one of the actual abilities is just you can just diablerize someone at a distance. You have to make a lot of rolls, but thankfully the rolls that you have to make for that are better than the rolls that I would have to make for OG flavored diablerie.
you can drink their milkshake?
Yeah, no, you turn it into a blood potion. You can give it away to someone. So I've done that once, and I gave it away because I did not want it. Hey, Raiders!
Oh, welcome, sea bats! We're just debloblerizing over here.
Yeah, we are debloblerizing. But yeah, no, I used that ritual, and I got a sippy cup of a very inconveniently placed Tremere. Uh, Like, it's funny 'cause normally I play marshmallow characters. I don't I don't like
You don't
but
like being the big bad?
I don't like being the big bad until I made a character whose clan drawback, at least for the Viziers, is monomania, which I am playing as, like, neurodivergent special interest. And
So your
so
vampire
when
hyper focuses?
yes. Yes, she hyper focuses on she's like, I am in 13th century Iberia. I think that the textile workers of the Islamic culture here are really great, and I want to preserve that. And oh, so a Tremere escaped into our territory from the Samisi lands under an assumed name, saying that he is himself a Samisi, and then the actual Samisi whose child he diablerized rolls into town
And it's
and
like, hey, wait a
keeps
second.
looking for him, and we just cannot get her to shake off. And the threats have been getting more and more pointed of if I don't find him, I'm going to frenzy and destroy them. And meanwhile, I'm just like calculating numbers flashing. I'm like, oh, Nicola has to die, doesn't he? And like I would have just fucking killed him. Except it's worth noting my game group is for this game is pretty queer friendly and queer.
Yep.
And so someone else's sire was having gender feelings, and so this totally a real Samisi and not a Tremere was teaching them the ways of vicissitude. So
Oh
I'm like,
no.
I can't kill this guy. And I looked at my book, I'm like, but I do have this like level 4 or level 5 thing where I can turn him into a vampire sippy cup and just hand him over. I'm like, mental at him for a bit. He tries to run, falls over. Okay, cool. Here you go. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Have your vampire sippy cup, and I gave it to the person. I gave it to the sire who was having gender feels, and now there's vampiric HRT. So yes,
And
um,
everyone's happy.
everyone's happy, and I don't have to Diablerize again. Except I might actually Diablerize again because there's this one NPC who's really irritating, who I've managed to put in torpor twice,
Wow. Yeah.
and
No.
this
3 strikes, man.
3 strikes. The second time, like I was gonna kill him the second time until a player suggested it would be funnier to just knock him into torpor and bury him in an orchard and put plants over him. And
Hit.
he came back from that.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, it was pretty great. Um, but yeah, no, I might. I think that my generation's looking a little high. I might fix that because everyone kind of expects the Banu Hakim to.
Yeah. It's just expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my vague understanding of that time period is the Banu Hakim were real big on Diablerie, and then they got a blood curse from someone where they can't do Diablerie because it hurts them, and I think maybe that changed in future. I don't know. I don't know anywhere near as much. I'm a mage player. Antihistamines. So yeah, anyway, that's what happens when you play baby's first vampire game with a group of people who really like playing both Amber Diceless and Monster Hearts. You get that.
Right. The Nine Princes of Amber
Yep.
series.
Hmm.
Right. 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 Right.
So we're not doing the kind of interconnected, deep politicking that I know Jacob can set up. Where I think, and the GM's like, yeah, it's really not my bag to be able to do that. But we are doing a fair amount of vampire mean girls, which is fun in its own way. But yeah, I have not played Amber Diceless myself. I may eventually. I've never read. My understanding is you don't have to read the books or anything, but I just it's not come up yet. So
Have you done any diceless?
no, no, I don't think so. I
Not
mean,
like
beyond like
forum
story
RP or
games.
something like that?
What game?
Just online forum RP or something like that?
Oh, no, not really. The closest I've gotten is like story games.
Right.
Um, and I don't know if I've been able to wrap my head around like big RP like that.
Big
Um,
RP.
I do like I don't I've of course done D&D, and you know D&D has its place, and I definitely enjoy a good. I've D'd a D. Okay, wait, hold on. Nope, 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 nope.
So you go into the big D and you roll your dice. Uh, but yeah,
uh,
I've seen people do like basically just court politics for D&D. And
I I I don't know that my brain is wired to do it very well.
just politic.
Yeah, like when I have run game, it has tended to fall back to two different things. Let's explore cool place and or item and or thing and monster of the week. Now, having watched Not a Drop to Drink, I think I have some ideas on how I could do N politic better. Oh, and also just after watching enough, especially like comedy and improv folks,
Right.
yes and is very helpful, and I appreciate having added that to my repertoire, I guess. Um
Which again does not mean saying the words yes and. Cannot stress this enough. You're supposed to accept what the other person has offered and
Yep.
then add something.
Yep.
And add one thing,
Yep.
not add
And
50 things.
yep. Stocking the fridge is also very nice. I enjoy that.
Yes. That's a good thing.
Or like there was, yeah, because I ended up running a mage game for like it was only maybe like 14 to 18 sessions, but it took me 5 years to do it because there were some hiatuses. And coming back from a hiatus, I'm like, I can't just jump into this. So I was like, okay, we can do a side story to kind of warm people back into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got advice. I'm like, here's the idea I'm thinking of. It'll be basically like a dream sequence and yada yada, and they'll play other characters. And I'm not going to bother with stats and die rolls for this. I just want to warm people back up into the game. And uh, then of course at the end of the session, like they're like, oh, we're cursed and blah blah blah. I don't know. They got to the end of the session and discovered that they are like, oh shoot, we were our characters all along, but it was a dream sequence uh controlling controlling these other NPCs. And then they find out later that those NPCs, which my friends helped me write some stuff, like clarify some details. I got to make this less non-specific. There were a bunch of people in a town, in like an English town, back in the 12th or the 13th century, and they're like, all of the people in the village were very confused. And like, we thought you died or you went, like, and they all felt a little bit weird. And then it turns out that they were just some of my monsters of the week were demons who they're like, cool, okay, this demon that has control over the power of death uh found a bunch of corpses and was working with another demon that has the ability to summon crows and stuff. And so they said, okay, cool, I'm going to take these crow souls and I'm going to put them in these dead bodies and we're going to just stretch them out and reanimate them that way. And so they're like, oh, we're not people.
We're crows.
We're crows and we have people's
Don't
memories.
tell Ian that crows aren't people.
They did become people later because, oh my god, they became the group's blorbos. Once they're like, wait, that wasn't just a dream, they exist in real life, we're going to protect, must protect.
Yeah, invested now.
Yeah. So, in my head canon, since they're like, they ended up dropping part of the actual main campaign, which I was fine with, and they're like, wait, they're stuck this way? No, we have to help them. I'm like, okay, cool. We're having a big side quest. Let's write this up quick.
To extract the crow souls?
They're like, well, not to, because the people were actually dead. And they're like, okay, to make them like real people again,
Playing Blue Fairy to a bunch of Pinocchio crows.
Basically, yeah. They're like, okay, so you have to go get a favor from a a king of humans, a king of ravens, and a king of the fae. You're like a ruler of each, and so they did that. And anyway, yep. In my campaign, that's
enough.
they basically they made the Korvax. They made the crow raven shapeshifters. In that's my personal campaign's headcanon. Which those are a thing in werewolf.
Yeah.
So, but yep, nope. They made. I'm like, I'm so glad I was able to kind of get past my butt and stock the fridge and yes and them because we had fun with it. And I'm not saying that any game I make is high art. It's really not. But they had fun, so I'm happy. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to be running a game for a while because I'm tired. I'm big sleepy. So tired.
It's a little early for a break, but I want another coffee.
I'm cool with that.
So we're gonna step away for a few minutes, probably closer to 5, because that's how long it takes for me to grind the beans.
Give them the
But
beans.
then we'll be back. I'm not gonna give them the beans. I'm gonna give them the bees. Ground
Yay.
beet. Ground beet.
No.
There's a
Don't
sale on ground bees at the quarry. Uh, we'll be back in a few. See you later, chat. Enjoy the
bees.
ads. Welcome back, everybody, to Can't Draw Horses Club.
Horse, 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 horse.
Everybody, we're coloring. Ah! We're screaming. Ah! Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
So,
Have you ever gotten good at silent screaming?
not.
I feel like it's a skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even good at normal screaming, to be
You
honest.
just don't like producing a lot of noise.
Yeah, it kind of hurts my throat.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. I tend to talk real quiet if I'm not like it depends. If I get like really hyperactive, I'll maybe I can produce it around like a I don't know, like a 4 to a 6
Right.
on a scale of 10.
But not like an 8.
Right.
That's why you hit things with sticks to make noise. Exactly. That's why you're a percussionist.
Yeah. That was actually a problem. That's okay, there's
Making the
many
noise.
Yeah. Yes, correct. I actually did have a drum set, like a starter drum set when I was in high school that I would occasionally play for practicing, but I wouldn't just jam out like I'm sure some kids do because I'm like it loud, and then you can know I'm bad. You can't know I'm bad. I have to be good immediately.
Yeah, I like those like practice pads that
Yeah.
are like mostly you just hear the sticks.
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
always coveted like an electric kit. Because then you can just wear headphones. So you
Exactly.
can't hear
Yeah, I
what
got
other
to
people hear.
exactly. I got to play an electric kit once cuz my drum instructor was part of a guild like in the city that he was in. Um and he got in like someone who had a kit and this would have been the late 90s and yeah he brought it in and I got to play around on a kit but he's like yeah you go ahead just try it and I tried it a little bit but I'm like the combination of I'm not super good at the kit and also this is a new person that I don't know so I'm freezing up meant that I
Uh-huh.
did not get to yep it was real great but the kit was cool. um but yeah.
How would you describe the experience of meeting a new person? Like, for me, it's like there's just like a really strong light bulb. Just like, there's just like a lot in a direction.
Oh, it feels like I have become a being made entirely of elbows. Like, I don't know what to do with myself. And sometimes I have overcompensated, like in classes and stuff. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna start talking and I'm just gonna keep talking. And there's gonna be talking and I'm gonna say this thing and oh, probably shouldn't have said that. That was a little weird. And okay, now I'm telling this entire story about like and I'm just kind of like watching myself doing it and then later it's like why oh god oh no why did I tell them the magenta urine story Jesus Christ.
That's because you dissociated and she just went into like reflex mode.
Uh-huh. And oh, they reacted really well to this one thing I said, so let's say it like 5 more
Oh yeah.
times. Let's just keep talking about that. Let's just grind this into the dust. Oh shit, I have to remember to actually like show interest in what they're doing. Okay, cool.
How long is too long?
Yep. I don't know what I'm doing. Thank goodness for my friends.
Uh, yeah, yeah. I do need like a support friend for some new situations, like new social situations.
Yeah. Um Yeah, there's definitely it's not super common, but there's definitely been like parties I got into. So the year that my husband went and studied abroad in Japan, like for like a half a year leading up to that, plus that actual year, I'm like, I've been too much of a shut in, and we've been only seeing friends and doing things together. So I'm going and like some of my those friends got really busy. So I'm like, I'm going to make a concerted effort to try and improve friendships with people I know a little bit,
Just on your own.
just on my own to try and some of them went like swimmingly well. Um, but yeah, there was I think Christmas of that year. I think I flew back to see my family, but on Christmas Day, nothing was happening. So I got invited over to a friend's Christmas party, and I knew two people there.
Right?
And so I kind of adhered to one of them for a while
Yeah.
until other people like, you know, yeah, I can't just hog this person's attention. And so then I kind of sat in a chair for a bit and mostly paid attention to other people's conversations.
Just kind of nod
Mhm.
along. Yeah. Kind of clutch a beverage of some kind really fiercely.
Yes.
Like that, then your hands are occupied.
Yep, I'm just going to go wander back and forth between this chair and the table that has the rotel dip.
Yeah, that's
And
something to do.
yep, and then I can pay attention to this person's conversation, and then I can pay attention to the fire, and then I can pay attention to this other people's conversation, and yeah, yep. So that's happening. Um, I'm actually glad that I was invited to that because the funny thing is that there were some people that like I ended up getting friended on Facebook by some of the people that were there, and they obviously I didn't form enough of an impression in their mind. And then I ran into them at a different like friend's birthday party and said, "Oh, hey, I think we met at this party." And it turns out that this person doesn't form strong memories either. So and
Eh.
is also extremely awkward. So they like were a little polite, but clearly did not remember me. And so I'm like, "Cool, I'm just gonna go sink back into the back." But like I ended up interacting a little bit for long enough on the Facebook friend group that when they posted something saying they wanted to do they were thinking about running a mage game,
Oh.
I ended up like I was half of the comments.
Uh-oh.
And like I was extremely and I was like not like hogging the conversation or anything. I was just like it was an info dump that was wanted. And so I ended up getting invited, especially since they saw that I was mutual friends with the people who, threw that Christmas event way back in the day. And uh um so yeah, long story short, they're in the vampire game that I'm in.
You did it. You
I
succeeded.
did. I did.
Yeah.
Yep. So, it turned out it turned out it just took like a decade. Um but yeah, that was the group that previously a different subset of the group that I got invited to a mage game before the vampire game, and it turns out that I was um, a reasonable enough player that I got invited back to a second game. Oops, sorry, punched my mic. Uh, yeah, I got invited back to a second game, so I didn't screw things up, so good. Excellent. And yeah, for that first mage game, since it took place in the 1990s, I made a the littlest alchemist.
Maybe tomorrow.
I took key attributes of like there was other stuff I mixed in, but I like kind of remembered back to what my high school experience was
Right?
and my high school boyfriend's experience,
Right?
and I made a the littlest alchemist, a outwardly like a rebel boy who cared and wore the biggest Junko jeans, gently stole some chemistry supplies from school and used it to do magic.
Just
And I had a sigil that was a cool S with some added stuff.
put like an entire Erlenmeyer flask in those pants.
Probably could, yeah.
It's like one of those big condensation
Mm-hmm.
vessels.
Yep.
The big ball.
Mm-hmm. I love that there's a cool S emote.
Mm.
Uh,
Who's this? Oh, Minty.
anyway, I think I'm done coloring my chef here.
Okay. All right.
So I think I'm gonna break
show it
out.
off. Do a little
Yeah.
prestige, like haha.
Just a
Oh,
little-
fish!
Yeah, we got a little fish.
Got a little fish. Let me move your
Got a
face
little
out
fish
of the
for
way.
you.
A little fish for
And
you.
some teeths. It's good
Little
teeths.
teeths. Yeah.
Little teeths.
I'm just kind of developing, the colors. Kind of
Yeah.
pushing them so they're more vibrant
Yeah.
instead of just lightly on the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that for a bit, but I think I'm gonna move on to my secret project.
Oh, what?
Yep. So I mentioned that my husband did a year of study abroad in Japan.
Yep.
Before he decided to do that, he went and did like a 1 week or a 3 week homestay
Yeah.
as part of the college group, and he loved it. And so while he was there, I think on that trip, they went to like a robot museum. Like he was down on the Fukuoka area.
So way down.
Yeah, not as far down as Okinawa, but the southernmost big island.
Yeah.
And I think he went to a robot museum and he came back and got me a bunch of robots.
All right.
And many of them have been sitting in a box for about a decade.
Yeah.
So we got this kit. It's a hovercraft kit. It's a little hovercraft kit, but you specifically can color on the...
On the platform and stuff. And it's
Yes.
just like a bag you inflate, and then does it have like holes on the bottom?
Yep.
Yeah?
I have assembled it already because I wanted to make sure that it was done.
So, Ian gave me this air blower for Christmas. It's turbofan, and like, it can knock stuff off the walls.
Sick.
So was talking yesterday with Featherweight, who suggested getting another one of these for work, so that
Damn.
we could like have a little self-propelled stuff, or like,
Oh my god.
I was thinking about the little maze with the ping pong balls. Like you could do that from like 20 feet away with this sucker.
Oh
Like
my
I
god.
can demonstrate with a paper bag that I have.
Yes.
I'll hold the fan a little back.
Big Vern. Goodbye.
I wonder how far I can get this.
Nice.
It can stop a ping pong ball if someone's thrown it at you.
So, you could, if you felt like it and you wanted to give yourself a project and remembered enough how to program in a language that cared about it,
I'm language ambivalent, agnostic. I don't care.
yeah,
I mean, I don't really like
yeah.
what's it? Simple, not type safe. everyone used Lua.
Okay.
Frickin' Lua.
Frickin' Lua. You could, if you somehow managed, like you'd probably would have to destroy the device. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could hook it up to a probably would need to be a digital feedback loop because you probably could not do what you needed to do with a simple PID.
hmm
Um, but do the ball balance in air,
Oh,
balance ball in air, adjust for different location of ball. Ball goes yes, electronics go vroom. There, I just barely missed out on being able to do a class in college that did the same thing but with a magnet over a hover thing.
oh. I do like the balancing, kind of like the
I
circular
do.
plate, and then just kind of like, or the like the racket handling. It's like balance tennis ball on a racket.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Like I may have said this on a past show, but I ended up hyper fixating on that during college for and then for a little bit after. I can't do it, but I think it's really cool. All right.
You mean the robots or the balancing stuff?
Balancing stuff, feedback control, feedback control.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh,
Yep. I think it's so cool. Um, I'm a little bit less hyper fixated
any
on it
like okay,
now.
so like even a simple turtle, like move away from the light bulb and then you chase it around with a light bulb. That's
Yeah.
so fun. When something reacts,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God. For my robotics class, we had like a little turret with a laser pointer mounted on it, and
Hmm.
we had IR LEDs and a detector, so you had to like
Mm-hmm.
scan and then shoot targets, and that like when you put
You
that
got to shoot targets?
on a line following robot, so you had to go like between certain stations and then shoot targets with a laser pointer.
That's so good.
Yes, it was so good.
Like, I don't think I could have handled the additional workload to be able to do that class in college, but that's so good.
Yeah, it was that and circuitry, like building
Mm-hmm.
a like memory register and CPU that you could
Nice.
like manually store values. That was cool.
Nice. Yeah, I think that the computer engineering students got to do something like that. We did, and we had too much stuff. We had too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in not a
E-
bachelor's program, so it was
mm-hmm.
just a cram computer stuff program. So we had to
Nice.
take linear algebra and
Mm-hmm.
stats and then a bit of English, but that was it. That was the only thing that wasn't computers
Okay.
with a full like 5 course load.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and like the funny thing is that, and I think they changed this later. Linear algebra was optional for us. I did take it. I don't think I've retained much of it, but I did take it.
But you know why it's useful.
I do know why it's useful.
Yeah,
It's
like
super
the moment
useful.
you start doing like computer stuff and then it's just like, oh, we did this in linear algebra. Oh, dot products? Look what you can do with dot products.
I want there will be a very small number of people in chat who will flinch when I say this. But I managed to get most of the way through an electrical or an electronic and like an electrical engineering degree, bachelor's, without really knowing how to do a matrix because that was a topic that was skipped in my algebra in high school
I
and
don't
I only took it my senior year of college. Uh, wasn't great.
high school. Yeah, I don't because I took physics. Did I take math 30? I don't know like if I knew what like the identity matrix looked like when I went to
Oh, yeah.
college.
Yeah.
Like
I did have to take ethics. That we had to do at
I did
least.
take ethics, yes, but it was a combined class with the business students.
Oh no. Yeah, the cool yeah, there was engineering ethics was one class and then we also did business law, which was actually really interesting.
Yeah, I had to explain to people that anime is not just porn, and there are certain
Oh,
things like pillow talk videos that aren't sexual
I'm
in my
not
ethics
from.
class.
Okay.
It's just
Oh,
like
for like.
someone. It's videos of like someone at a bed next to you talking to you, like end of the
Okay.
day kind of thing. But there
Okay.
is anime of that.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
Um. So I need to figure out what I want to draw on this racer.
Uh, Make it the Mach
Maybe
5.
I could make it the Mach 5, but one thing. So when I went to Michael's, the craft store, uh, every once in a while I go in their clearance bin and they had some stickers of random stuff. So like here's an example.
Oh yeah.
The the national park sticker set, and then I think, okay, fine, great.
Coyote butts.
Yep. Wait, oh my god, it does say nice.
This one's cute, but you know.
Yep. So I went back like a day or two ago and I go in the clearance and I see more stickers and something catches my eye. So amongst the pile of things like visit South America or visit beautiful Branson, Missouri or CrossFit, I find multiple sticker. And by the I am in Washington. I do not know why they had so many of this sticker set, but I will tell you that I left with at least 3 packs of these because they're going to get mailed to family members. I love Milwaukee. Dairy State, Wisconsin stickers. I don't know why they are 2,000 miles away. I
I mean,
might
we,
make
we
this
have
a
a
cheat.
cheddar head at the, or we did. I think it aged, but
I can. Oh yeah, I think someone maybe sent that in to like mail time or a feed
feed
dump.
dump, I think.
Yeah, I considered getting a small, like in some of the random shit that I mailed your direction. I considered getting a cheese head accoutrement of some sort, and I think I ended up just getting a different magnet because yeah, Milwaukee's fine. I'm from there, so I saw it, stopped, backed up, stared, tossed it in the basket, looked through, tossed another one in the basket, looked through, tossed another one in the basket. I'm gonna send this to my sister and like get a what the.
Yeah, that'd be like me finding Manitoba merch out here.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah,
no.
it's about it. And it's not that I found, it's that I found so much of it. So I might just put dumb stickers on this. Did they give me 2? Why are there, oh! Oh no, I guess there's just multiple of these stickers on here. I'm like, is there a misprint? Did they give me not 1 but 2 cheese?
Ooh, cheeses.
2 cheeses. Go cheese racer, go. Oh no. Oh no. All right. Well,
uh, Simple.
simple and clean.
Yeah, that's the way I feel.
Mhm. Not the way the bathroom's going to feel after this charcuterie
Don't
board.
eat the hovercraft.
Nom nom nom. Fiber. I am older than sin. I need fiber content. Probably.
Older than sin. Wow.
I mean, technically I am because, FF10 came out.
Yeah, but
Not
what's his name's dad? Titus.
Titus.
Titus. My brain was like Roxas, but I'm like, no, brain, the franchise.
The franchise. Oh, you know what? I just figured out. Okay, I can. This can be like the charcuterie plate. I need to find some wood grain reference. This is so.
Jecht! That's his
Yep.
freaking name.
Got to
Yeah.
get the Jeck shot.
Jectitus.
All right, let's open up another tab. Let's find some wood grain. All right, wood grain. Yeah, that'll do.
Alright. I also need someone to filk up the cheese racer theme song.
I've seen n quantity of Speed Racer on like Cartoon Network or Nick.
Yep.
Um,
I'm told
and
there's a
I
TV channel now on the cables that's just cartoons. All the time.
oh there used to be in the States.
No, there's a new one.
There's a new one?
Yeah.
Was Speed Racer? You know what channel is on probably varies based on your geo. Um, but actually, I'll just do that, and then I'm gonna make this look like it's wood burnt a little bit.
James just left free socks at the moon base.
Free socks?
Yeah.
Yeah, when my spouse gets out and sees this, he is gonna be like, what the fuck?
So your spouse still asks questions.
Uh-huh.
That's interesting.
I mean, he probably won't. I think he'll just look at it silently and then go get, like, coffee or something or tea. Just be like, just walk on. Just walk on by. All right, my mom got me. So yeah, like pursuant to earlier conversation on the whole, I no longer want this hobby, so now it's your problem. I was sent art marker 60 plus one blender.
What?
Oh, it. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, blender. Like
Yeah.
blender marker.
Yeah, like the sticker. Yeah, or the marker. And in addition
the clear
to the
marker.
to the
those are good.
yeah, these are Artist Loft. I didn't feel like buying Coptics brand.
Yes. Do they still have like refill tools and stuff, or?
I have no idea.
No idea.
I don't think they do, but they do have 2 tips.
2 tips.
2 tips? You got N marker and N paintbrush.
Oh, they have a brush end. Nice.
Yep. So we'll do broad and fine. Fine.
Fine broad.
Oh.
I mean, you're not obligated to humor me.
Not obligated.
I'm fine on my own.
Fine. I'll have my own party.
Yeah.
My friends will be there.
So in high school, the only party I got invited to was a friend's birthday party, and she had it at another friend's house that I'd never been to. It was kind of like a bungalow. It was like just flat and big space with hardwood floors. So I get there, there's like three other people there. It's all girls, and we're sitting there, and then someone's like, how would I put on some music? And so they go futz at the laptop to play music. I don't know. And then they start
Oh.
doing the gift giving because it's my friend's birthday party, but I didn't
Oh.
buy a gift because I didn't know. And
Oh no.
also, it was a themed gift giving because I think she was turning 18. So it was like penis pasta and fuzzy handcuffs. And we're just sitting in like dead, awkward silence while people are making like these jokes about how raunchy her sex life's gonna be. And
Uh-huh.
they didn't they didn't invite me to any other parties. Uh, but if they had, I probably wouldn't have said yes.
That one hurt me. I'm so sorry.
Just silence, no snacks, no drinks, just someone's postmodernist furniture collection because they were the art teacher's daughter or the design teacher's daughter,
Oh, okay.
which I knew because I opened the dishwasher and I saw the clay cup set that he had made in my art class that they
Okay.
used our kiln to fire.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, I know who made these. Oh, you're this person's daughter. Okay, well I know him.
Yep.
I'm on good so I can go hang out with him and your dad.
Oh my god. Uh, God, I'm thankfully the closest I got to anything even approaching that. Like I didn't do many parties as like a teen or something, and the ones I did tended to just be with like I found a good number of nerds, which helped. It helped so much. Um, but like the thing specifically with the there are gifts here and I don't entirely know how I need to respond to this, so I'm just going to kind of freeze. Just gonna freeze.
Yeah, and you just
Is
really hope that time passes.
mhm.
You really hope.
I went to a work party.
Okay.
There was a bunch of women at work that would do periodic like let's get together and do ladies things, and I was just like okay fine whatever, I've been invited, that's okay, I'll go, that's cool. um and one of them was for someone who no longer worked for the company, so I didn't really know them, but they had, and so most people knew them, and it was for like I think they were getting married. And so I'm like, okay, I'll just get something relatively non-threatening.
Right.
I knew there was a theme. I got something like congratulations, I think like maybe like a hooray you're getting married jigsaw puzzle, nothing major. That was fine. That wasn't the problem. The problem is that the woman who was hosting that for the woman. So a guy shows up in what looks to be like worksman gear
No.
and starts dancing.
No.
As most of us are all kind of frozen, and there's some safety straps that he starts twirling, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna pretend I'm just gonna be here, and I'm gonna go in my head.
Yep. I'm not here. This isn't happening.
It lasted for maybe about a minute, at which point they broke kayfabe, and it's like, no, this is just my son. We just decided to joke.
Thank God. Also, thank God they stopped. Could you imagine if they had kept going and then been like, oh, this is my son. I just watched him do a strip dance
Uh-huh.
for my coworkers.
Uh-huh. That clearly no one else had asked for or was. was not good. But they stopped. I'm like, oh my god. Uh,
Oh,
too ace for this shit.
yeah, I was really, I guess, lucky in a way that there was so much church stuff,
Yeah,
and people are less likely to have like bachelorette parties with strippers.
I never got invited to them and do not care. That's great. Actually, there was one wedding party that I was sad to have not been invited to, and it was for my college buddy, because all they did was they got together and played card games
I
and
bet
board
that
games.
happened where the guys get to play board games and then the women have to do like
Yep,
girl stuff.
yep.
It's like, oh, we're gonna make all of the table ornaments for the wedding ceremony and drink
Yeah,
wine.
the at least the one wedding that I did get to do okay, so there were two weddings that I got to do more stuff for. And in both cases they went like, we're not gonna segregate by gender. This is stupid. And so like one of them was making table favors for the wedding
Mm-hmm.
with Legos.
All right, that's appealing. Yeah, that's
Just
fine.
like everyone get together. Here's buckets of all the Legos that all of Carrie's childhood Legos that she donated to this,
Yep.
plus a bunch from another person, plus a bunch we got on like eBay in bulk. We threw them in the dishwasher in a bag, go wild, make table favors, and we all made castles, and most of them got used. Um, and then the other one that I helped out with was, I don't think that there was like a wedding party, but they were getting married in Seattle, and they needed someone who was local to receive delivery of something that they were going to use in the wedding part, like the reception,
Right.
which is so at the time, it turns out that the price delta between renting a t-shirt cannon and owning a t-shirt cannon was small enough that it was just like, all right. So yeah, I got a t-shirt cannon shipped to me, and I ran around like a day or two before the wedding trying to find CO2 refills. And I read the safety manual, so I was their wedding's t-shirt cannoneer, safety person.
Did no one else volunteer, or did you have to compete for this honor?
Oh no, they just asked me, and I'm like, yeah, ship it here. That's fine.
Nice.
I'm not gonna say no to a t-shirt cannon. That thing has
Hey,
a satisfying thump.
yeah, we built one for Andrew for one of his parties.
Yes.
Which, again, as far as parties go, like, if there's a burlesque shoot in the bedroom, which is just in the space, I don't necessarily, like, I might just hug at the liquor cabinet.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Just be
No, I
like,
think,
oh, oop, oop. That's me. Being real awkward.
yeah, no, I think about this. Like, most of my um, high school nerd get-togethers were a bunch of people that we met at nerd summer camp. And so we'd get together and play, like our parents would drive us to another city in the state,
Yep.
and we would get together and play D&D and eat way too many pixie sticks and drink too much Mountain Dew with the caffeine,
Yeah.
uh, and watch Monty Python. And then one month they watched Rocky Horror, which I'm sure it was revelatory to some folks, and I'm just like, I'm not comfortable, but
I did a theater experience for Rocky Horror, and we did bring newspaper and rice,
oh, nice.
which was fun. But my favorite part was the toast part, where everyone threw toast. Some of the
Yeah.
toast was buttered.
Nice. Yeah, we just watched it in someone's house, and I had never seen anything remotely like it, and I'm like, I don't think I like this movie. I think I appreciate it more and what it means for people now, but at the time I was just like, I'm just gonna pretend this doesn't exist.
Yep.
I think that like having a group theater event like that would probably be
Yeah, and I went with
like,
like 6 friends. So it was like we had like a big, and my mom was there,
okay,
but she's a very enthusiastic person, and she's into the sex stuff.
oh no.
Yeah, I was. She's one of the people that my vampire is based on, uh, as is her mother. It's my vampire is a mashup of the three of us, but it's because they were like two of the people that raised me, but they were very open about sex when I was growing up.
Ah, yeah, yeah, we weren't.
It's like, Grandma, put your shirt back on and stop dancing on the table.
Oh,
That kind of thing.
uh-huh.
It's
Oh
like,
my
no, I
god.
don't need to hear about your boyfriend. No, 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 no.
No, 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 no. I definitely have friends that I know who had families that were like that, but yeah, mine wasn't. So this was a new experience.
Yeah, they'd be like, okay, we're going to talk about some private stuff. So you go read this guide to sex off in the corner. It's illustrated, so you can learn some stuff. Like, I
Yeah, I think
guess. I
we were
guess.
more of a, yep, this exists. Okay, we've had the talk. Great, good talk. Great.
We never had
Not
the
again.
talk, but like school had sex ed,
Yeah.
and the talk wasn't that really bad or anything. It's just
Yeah, it didn't. I don't think I have memories, so that means it can't have been that bad. Either that or I blanked it out. But I think we're all just super awkward.
yeah.
So,
And my older female cousin was dating a girl in college or in high school, so the
nice.
talk was a lot uh broader
Okay. That
and
makes sense.
less prescriptive, let's say.
Ah.
There wasn't really room for Ace though.
No, that's a new, I mean, it's not a new thing, but
Yeah, it's
it,
kind of a new thing. There was just like a, well, you're gonna wanna. It's
yep,
like,
yep.
sure.
Mm-hmm. Like, there were definitely kids, even in middle school, who were, like, very clearly at least talking about this sort of stuff, and I'm just like, "Huh, I don't okay, fine, whatever. Mm, go off."
Yeah, I got bullied in grade 4
Oh.
for not having a crush on one of the basketball team boys.
But, like,
I was 9.
I have nothing against those people for whom the basketball boys are cool, but those are, to me, at least at that age, the least interesting of them.
I wanted to defeat the basketball boys at basketball. Like we would spend like free time in the gym. It was a carpeted gym, so it was like dodgeball, and the other half was like you line up and just do 3 free throws
Okay.
and or play wall ball or something like that. And yeah, it was like I want to shoot better than everybody else, and also I'm one of the people that can catch the dodge balls that the older kids throw. It was like a K to 12 situation.
Mm-hmm.
So this like basically grown ass men with throwing
Yeah.
arms. Yeah, the size of me.
Oh.
No, I was really game to like get behind the ball and just like just catch it center mass.
Catch it center mass.
Yeah,
Time to chuck a basketball at their head.
they were like the foam balls or the red bouncy balls.
Oh, the ones that make a fun thump noise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most of my schools used like volleyballs for dodgeball though, which was not as good. They're not as good to
Oh, that would
throw.
hurt.
Yeah, they can depending on how inflated they are.
But yeah, so like, I don't think I've ever been. Well, no, that's not true. I've been teased about having crushes on certain people,
Mhm.
but I think kids will tease for anything, honestly. And then there was also like all of the. I was fairly young when New Kids on the Block came out the first time,
Okay.
but the neighbor girls were slightly older, and this was when they were also had like New Kids on the Block Barbie dolls. Like not Barbie, but they
Yeah,
had
the
dolls.
Kens that were
Yeah.
like all the different members of the band.
Yep, and they some of them had like the rat tail ponytails hair added to the back.
Oh no, Rat Tail Cat! That wasn't in the Barbie movie.
Yep. So because the neighbor girls were in their like teens and I was definitely like a tween, solidly a tween, they're all like, everyone has to pick a different New Kid on the Block to
Yeah.
be theirs. And
Uh-huh.
so I'm like, okay, and I wanted to participate, and so I picked one, and I'm like, years later, I'm like, I think that our interfacing with this was very different from each other. But yeah, no, so yeah, no, we got my sister and I both got New Kids dolls, and the two neighbor girls to the left got New Kids dolls, and the one neighbor girl to the right got the last New Kid doll. And I think by the time we were picking our New Kids, we were we got like some of the last pick New Kids.
Oh.
Uh, and yeah, eventually
It's basically old kids by then.
it was old kids by then. Uh, my kid set a fire in a hotel, and then the New Kids like disbanded. So I clearly picked the wrong kid.
Did you?
I did. Uh, Also, I don't even think it was a fire per se when I looked as an adult, but it was like some like got got the police called and charged for being, rowdy in a hotel. But yeah, the parents were like, okay, so the new and they like bought the pay-per-view New Kids and got all of the girls and some of the boys to watch this in one of the living rooms.
What a gift.
What a gift. So yes, I clearly picked wrong.
Mm-hmm. I remember high school French class was CSI. So it's just like all the girls
Oh,
gossiping about which CSI guy they had the biggest crush on, and the teacher was in on it.
oh my god. And it's like, it's not like I didn't have crushes. Lord knows. I can still, like, I can remember a list going back. Thanks,
Uh-huh.
Bloom.
Oh yeah. As
I just had crushes on the wrong people, I guess, or
the
the
wrong
wrong
the,
boys.
the people that no one else had. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like if you admit to it, then you get punished.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. No, my high school boyfriend, some of my friends would lightly tease me and be like, "Well, have you even kissed yet?" I'd be like, "No."
Yep. Why? No, I like fairly early on in high school, I ended up telling a friend, I'm like, I have a crush on this person. And the problem was is that she
Blabbed?
had had no ability to not blab, and I didn't realize this.
Ah.
And
Oh, what a
so
way to find out.
yeah, no, everyone knew. And so then I tried to play it a little bit closer to the chest, anything like that. Uh, at least when I didn't blab, because it's not like I'm great with that either.
Hmm.
Uh, and then eventually, like, I dated someone and it didn't work out, and then I ended up dating my high school sweetheart, and we were in like a study hall, and there were some asshole kids that would just, we were sitting there quietly doing our homework because we were both studious,
Yep.
and they would just sit there and poke and tease and haha from like a table away,
Yep.
and like eventually, and we are just like, okay, just don't pay attention to them, ignore it, and they'll go away. And then eventually there was one day where they're like, haha, are you dating him? And I just like fucking had it. I'm like, yes. They stopped bothering me after that. I was shocked.
Maybe you had murder eyes and you didn't realize it.
Maybe.
Maybe they got a different message. Like,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
Fucking,
Just I come for your eyes.
I will wear your face as a mask. Do not try me.
And I
They're like, oh, okay. Good. Carry on.
God, it would have been like fifth grade or something because I was in Canada, but I had like my one of my first crushes was on both of my best friends, and we were in the Hell's Gate gondola when I told them, and also at the time I was just eating Listerine tabs, like the breath strips. So I imagine it was just like not good for either of them.
Yeah,
Uh,
and memorable experience.
well, yeah, and like, neither of them had any feelings or anything like that, but
Oh, oh no.
yeah. And then like the other kids would be like, because I was also friends with one of their sisters, be like, "Oh, are you lesbians?" It's like, and then I went and told on them, and then my teacher was like, "Stop being so sensitive."
Wow. Jerk. Fucking rude.
Yeah, so I probably didn't have any friends until my teens.
Oh, that hurts. Oh. I oh. I there was like 1 year in middle school where I didn't have like the friends I had were a pair of mean girls.
Right,
They felt like it, I guess, in retrospect. Like anytime it was a group project, they would always pair with each other and I would be the odd one out.
right.
And that 1 year alone hurt so much that I at least had better luck most other years.
Yeah, when I was like, well, it was because I was in a small school like K to 12, so it was only 120 students, and it was like the same
Mm,
students every
the whole
year,
way.
or like their younger siblings that I already knew. Uh, and so I was like babysat by my aunt a lot, so her youngest son is my age, and so I
Okay.
would hang out a lot. But when we hit around 12 or something, he
Oh,
started getting like way more irritated with me and not wanting to hang out, and
no.
he wanted to just go like smoke with his friends or whatever. And I was not cool enough.
Oh. Yeah, I had let's see. Yeah, I had a it probably ironically helped that I moved schools a bunch. Like not a lot, but like
Yeah, it was moving to public school that helped because it was just
yeah,
like, oh, now there's like 1,400 other kids, and
yep. I weep for what I'll talk to some of my former and current teacher friends, but I every school I went to was public. And I had a admittedly some of the schools I went like one of the schools was a feeder school
oh,
or
okay,
a magnet school.
for a college or
Uh
something like a university.
at the time, city of Milwaukee had most schools that you would go to would be by neighborhood, but there was a few that were like specialty. So there would be this is a magnet school for math, this is a magnet school for technology, here's the French immersion, here's the
Ah,
Spanish immersion, and there was one for this is the magnet school for gifted and talented, and you have to submit you and your parent and a teacher has to submit an application and it has to get accepted and then there's also a lottery. And so that was my middle school because I did get in.
okay.
And it was freaking great. I mean, it was the commute was kind of bad, but
But you found, like-minded individuals.
I mean, they're still freaking tweens. That was the school where my 7th grade year I didn't really have good friends outside of maybe like band. Uh, but yeah, no,
That is the
no,
problem with other kids, is they are young.
they are young. But I did get to go to Washington D.C. twice, and I got to go to Atlanta twice, or once rather. Um, because we went. Well, one of them was just a class. Yeah, one of them was a class trip, and the other two were because our school academic teams were good enough that we like freaking won our state or regionals.
Hmm.
So that freaking ruled. Um. So yes, because I was good at look at tree, identify tree, say
That's a
tree fact.
that's a fun game.
Yeah,
I love
I even
Tree.
I love tree. I even still remember some bit about tree. But yeah, no, I was in Science Olympiad, and one of my events was tremendous. Uh, and yeah, our total group of 15 kids scored high enough on enough of the individual competitions that we took first, and we got to go to Atlanta, and it was cool. The year of the Olympics, actually, right before.
In Atlanta?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll date me. It was the 90s.
Are you doing that auto-tune guy?
Yeah.
What's his name? James.
I'd have to look it up.
Yeah. It was the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
We were supposed to go swimming in one of the Olympic pools, and I was told that we couldn't because a pillar fell into the pool, so they needed to do it was probably just it wasn't ready for safety checks.
Yeah. They probably hadn't, like, dosed it or anything
Yeah.
if they were doing maintenance.
Yeah, no, the story by the time it got to me was and a pillar fell in, so they're not done with it, but yeah, it was probably just it's not ready.
Yeah, my high school trip that I didn't go on because I couldn't afford it was to
Oh.
Greece. And in
Oh.
the stories afterwards were like the girls that were at that birthday party were all like making out with Greek guys and stuff. The chaperones were nowhere, stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm
How?
so glad I didn't go. I do not want to go
How?
to a drunken rave with a
No.
bunch of like 17 and 18-year-olds getting
That
drunk for the
sounds
first time.
freaking
The
miserable.
drinking age in Alberta was 18, so
Okay.
people would have had an alcohol experience. There was like a wet grad and a dry grad. Uh,
Okay. Oh.
I did dry grad. Uh,
Yeah. I I didn't drink until I didn't drink until my early 20s. Like
when I
And even now I don't
became
really.
18, my family got very concerned that if I started drinking, I wouldn't know what it felt like, and I would overdo it in a
Okay.
non-safe place. So they started making me drink.
Okay.
But yeah, I shot popcorn out my nose, which was great. Just
Oh.
very memorable. It was we were blending our own drinks and just kind of like topping up these steins with whatever, and so the drink that I was drinking was called a shit mess
Oh no.
because we named it ourselves. It was like
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper and other things.
Oh,
Rob,
we
yeah.
we named drinks in our teens. They just didn't have alcohol in them. You know,
I yeah, I never made any like non-alcoholic cocktails.
oh, I don't think I'd call this I mean, I mentioned that I had the parties with nerds from my summer camp, and we would get the same one that had the Rocky Horror, and we would get together and eat too many pixie sticks and drink Mountain Dew.
Yep.
The very first one that one of us geniuses made was you just pour the pixie sticks right into the Mountain Dew and then you drink it. And they called it Uber Dew.
That's like the tumbler drink that you shouldn't drink.
Oh,
The live
I'm gonna
wire,
try.
the sour straws,
I'm
and
gonna
Mountain
drink
Dew.
this. Don't. I did, and I think that was I must have been like 16 or 17, and that was the first time my chest hurt ever. I wouldn't recommend it.
uh,
Skittle brow. Yep.
so we would snort pixie sticks,
Oh, I don't think we ever did that.
or do things like take rockets. They're like a soft dextrose tablet, and crush
Okay.
them and then snort them using the pixie
Oh,
stick straw.
the rockets that I think in the States are called Smarties?
Yes.
There's two Smarties, and it's the one that's not chocolate.
There's no chocolate. It's just sugar.
Yep,
It's just a
yep,
sugar
okay.
tab.
Yeah, the ones that are oblate, they're
They're
convex,
concave.
concave discs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
They
like little
fit in your
chalk.
finger, and you can like stack them while
Yep,
you're balancing them. They're great.
yep. Oh yeah, no, that was a Halloween staple.
I think they were my favorite as a kid because they were just so consistent.
Ah, yeah. Trying to remember what my favorite was before. I know Butterfinger was for a while, but it certainly wasn't originally. I hated that. What was my
Ugh.
favorite candy? Maybe Skittles? I don't know.
Yeah, Skittles, and then you just kind of like chew until there's a big mass of Skittle.
A Skittle bolus.
Yeah, just a Skittle bolus tearing your mouth apart
Oh.
as it roams around. Yeah. Lot of citric acid going on there.
Mm-hmm. Oh no. Oh, Earthen One, I'm so sorry.
Reese's? No.
Reese's Pieces are good.
They are good.
I feel for you and your nut. Unfortunate food sensitivity and allergies unite, I guess.
Yeah. When hazelnuts hit, that was a big
Ooh.
loss because a lot of the Kinder or Ferrero brand stuff,
Yeah,
just
same.
like a little sneaky Nutella, just a little hint of the nut.
Yep.
Just like, why is
I
my mouth so itchy? I just had chocolate. I'm not allergic to chocolate, right?
right. Nope, nope. It's the hazelnut.
The
That's
hazelnut.
probably due to your pollen allergy, right?
Yeah, the
Your
birch.
hay fever.
Yeah.
Same. Because I have when I went to take an allergy test after I had that with
I haven't had an allergy test.
it's useful.
I have considered it.
Yeah.
Just to know. Just to have the list for, even if they just do the skin test.
Exactly. Yeah, no, the skin test is good. It's just a little itchy, so they'll definitely slather you down with some antihistamine and steroid cream once you're done with that.
Good.
But
Because like if I get scraped with roses or hay, it's huge. It's
so the fun thing is that when they'll do a little scratchy scratch, and they'll of course have two controls. They'll have the negative control and the positive control.
yeah, right, because they hit you with histamine.
That
Just
is the
straight up poke
positive
you with
control.
histamine. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So they scratch you up and they go scratch dab, scratch dab, scratch dab. A little sampler plate on your skin of all sorts of allergens, and then they'll have you sit, and then once they're done, they will measure. Yes, Molly is correct. They make your arm into an angry battleship board.
Or your
Uh,
back, because then they can
your
just draw a
back.
grid.
Yep. Yeah, they. The first I've had an allergy test twice. I think I was considering going back for a third because it can change over time. Like if it's been 10 years, it's probably shifted around a bit. But yeah, no, the first time I did it when I was a teen, they didn't have enough surface area on my back, so I also got to have little injections in my arms. Uh,
Mm.
but yeah, I went there because I ate a whole bunch of macadamia, and then my throat started itching, and I freaked out. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it because I think of the birch allergy, I had the hazelnut and the almond fields puffed up a little bit, and so I'm like, it sucks, but I'm going to self-select out of eating those things.
Yeah.
Just in case.
So you might get all of my fruit uh, as well over time, because
Yes.
almonds are related to apples and not nuts.
Oh, by get you mean already have. I cannot eat raw apples.
Yeah.
They make the mouth
This
itch.
this year, celery turned that corner for me.
Fuck. I don't like celery anyway, so I wouldn't know. But that sucks.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
carrot. Yep, carrots and kiwis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll still, if there's a veggie tray, I'll take one of the little carrot boluses, and if I make enough of a barrier with the dip,
Yeah.
it protects my mouth enough. It will affect my digestion, but
Oh no.
uh,
So the thing about the oral allergy is that, and it depends on the type of so you don't have, this will not work with nuts. But if it's a soft fruit, either cooking it to denature the protein or, yeah, having it hit if your stomach can digest it enough to denature that protein,
yeah,
you might be okay.
dried fruit, oddly enough, might not trigger your mouth as much, but your
Uh,
stomach will notice.
my mouth noticed dried apples, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then at some point, strawberries popped in for some reason, which
Same
I didn't
thing.
think.
They're
Yeah, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah. You should just look at the rose family like cultivar list, because
I was looking at the list. There's a list on Wikipedia,
yes, that's
and
where
the
I
list
usually
was
go.
the list was not complete when I first had the problem.
Oh, so you missed some stuff.
Yeah. Also, like, this stuff was happening to me back as a tween, but the allergist explained it wrong. Like, what we heard was something, something, skin, something, wash it. And it was just like, oh, this might be pollen that's stuck to the skin.
Yes.
So we'll just wash the heck out of the apple. Oh, clearly I didn't wash it enough. And then later, my allergist I had as a young adult was like, okay, I'm going to do apples on this scratch test, and I have a suspicion that it's not going to flag. And then I will tell you why. And it didn't. And he's like, okay, this is not an apple allergy per se. This is a birch allergy. There's a protein in the apple that looks like the birch pollen, and blah, blah, blah. Everything I just said about, cooked applesauce might be fine. Microwaving an apple is fine for some people, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yep.
I can have baked apple things.
Yep, me
Or
too.
canned. Like anything canned is probably fine. Like I had to, yeah, like the apple thing was like when I was 5, and of course people were
Hmm.
like, let's wash the pesticides off, or if I peel this will be fine. Or maybe it's just this variety of apple.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I had to eat apples for like another 6 years. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, the tingly thing with the pineapple, that Gillinox mentions in chat. I mean, it could be an allergy, but also pineapples do just have digestive enzymes.
but
So
mango doesn't.
mango does not.
No. Yeah. Mango does not make your. Mango's one of the safe ones for me. I love
Mm,
mango. And
yeah,
actually,
me.
dragon fruit you can eat. I can eat dragon fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I tried kiwi again, and it didn't seem to give me the same reaction. So that one may be cleared,
hmm
but it's not like I go out of my way to test it.
I haven't done the kiwi test in a while. I love kiwi so much.
Yeah,
And peaches. Oh.
peaches are definitely, yeah. Anything with a pit is kind of a no go for me when it's raw.
It is time for us to take another break, and then allergy talk will continue.
Yep.
See you soon, chat. Welcome back, everybody, to Can't Draw Horses Club. We're coloring and just chatting, having a nice chill before the New Year's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm eating a allergy safe granola bar, which takes effort to freaking find. And
Like a gluten-free granola bar.
gluten free, no almonds, no walnuts, no hazelnut, no, what was the fourth one? Macadamia? Yeah.
Yeah. Macadamia nuts are still mostly safe for me.
Mm.
I can eat like the white chocolate macadamia cookies.
I'm sad that I can't. I actually it really hurt to give up almonds because I really loved almond cookies from like Chinese restaurants. Midwestern Chinese,
Oh,
right?
almond cookies.
They were so good. Except now I have enough of a. It's not actually a bar of sad. It's pretty decent. It's like apparently Kind now makes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just kind bar. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Honey oat?
breakfast bars, so they're trying to compete with like the Belvita breakfast whatever. So there's a 2-pack in here, but they're like,
That's fine.
yeah, that's fine.
And it's got the honey, so it's a little bit sweet. And
Yep,
yeah.
and raisin paste for some reason.
I was gonna say earlier, Scrapyard Ghost said pineapple's corrosive, but it's enzymatic. Yeah.
Mm. It's sizzle.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep making this.
I'm coloring a cheese racer.
Go cheese racer.
Racer, go. I definitely saw some episodes of Speed Racer on like Nick or Cartoon Network way before I understood what anime was.
I
So I'm
think
like,
a lot of North Americans got more exposed to anime than they realized.
yeah. Oh yeah, because all the animation houses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Like TMS did, I don't know, a solid half of what we grew up with.
Sick.
It's like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Oh,
Batman the Animated Series.
I was a little. I missed the Batman. I understand it was great, but I missed
Oh,
that
Batman?
train. Yeah, I maybe saw a little bit here and there, but like,
It's big mood. It's they did just a great job on just like the hard line and just kind of like
mm-hmm.
making stuff kind of angular, if that
I
makes
really,
sense.
I really like the animation style. I just really haven't watched it.
Yeah, because it's like you get like, why did my brain say Batman of the future? Batman, Batman. Where it's a skinny boy and Batman's old and has a broken back. Uh,
Batman Beyond
Cyberpunk Batman.
before.
Yeah, Beyond. That's
Okay.
it. Like they kind of duplicated the style but modernized it when that came
Mm,
out, and that was kind of cool.
nice.
I watched all the nerd shows.
Yeah. I watched a lot of Warner Brothers. Well, we had Cartoon Network, and I watched a comedic amount of that. Can't imagine why I wasn't super popular. Um. Oh no, it gets better. Oh, is it embarrassment hour? Because I can explain that more.
About your Looney Tunes upbringing and
So the Looney Tunes
what
was
do you mean
probably
not
fine.
popular? Why is Cartoon Carrie not popular?
So, my freshman year of high school, I moved to a new school district, so I didn't have to do the long commute anymore. And I was in a like mandatory high school biology, and the teacher was like, "Hey, some of you kids, if you want to like hang out here during lunch and eat your lunch up here and like watch stuff, you can. I'll
Beautiful.
just
Best
be up
teacher.
here."
Favorite
Yep,
teacher. Yep.
yep. And so a handful of us nerds all kind of congregated up there and just watched stuff that we brought in. The problem is I was a kid who would tape stuff off the TV on VHS.
Yes. Oh
So, this is
no.
the very late '90s. Um,
What did you bring?
some combination of Daria, Space Ghost Coast to Coast, and Mystery Science Theater. Oftentimes with the beginnings or the endings of episodes cut off because VHS. And then I would just keep showing them to people. Eventually, the person who later became my high school sweetheart was like, "Okay, Carrie, I have brought in some Simpsons." And we watched that instead. But like, I would like practically sit by the thing and I'm like, "Oh, shoot, it's commercial. I have to fast forward this and stop it." And then I feel like, at least in my memory, it's like, "Everyone, look, this show is great, isn't it? Look back, look forward, it's great. Look back, look forward. Haha, this part's great. Look back, look forward. Why?" Oh my god.
You know, we all have to have these experiences so that
Uh-huh. Yep.
we we
So
learn
that you
how to
can
handle
you
the
learn how to
the
handle that.
the deep regret.
So you can wake up at you can be awake at 2 in the morning, unable to sleep and going,
Why did I do that? Oh no. Their faces flash through your head.
uh-huh. Actually, it wasn't even just Space Ghost Coast to Coast. That might have been slightly cooler. It also included Cartoon Planet, which has a lot of Brack yelling, a lot of Brack yelling, and I would quote and I would sing the songs. Oh,
I have a 52-year-old friend who has about the same level, but I think, you know, it makes sense with him because he's
okay.
old. But he's not in high school.
He's not in high
Not
school.
in high school.
Uh,
Yeah, no, like my group of weirdos in high school, after grade 10, because all my friends in grade 10 were in 12th grade and they all graduated, so I had to find new
mm,
friends.
so you had to find new
Got
friends.
the found the weirdo table, which
Yes.
included a student from the attached private academy who would just come over
Okay.
and hang out with us for lunch. There was a
Reasonable.
lot of Monty Pythons.
Oh yeah.
Everyone loved Mystery Science Theater.
Yep.
Um, and then we had a guy that would just uh, do pain tolerance tricks
Oh shit. Okay.
at the table.
Yeah.
It's like put a needle through his cheek or something like that.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah,
Okay.
during lunch. Yeah. Right?
Yep.
Yep. Sorry, you have to think about that now.
No,
Uh,
that's okay.
yeah. But
Yeah.
we would
Our
we would
yeah.
switch. We got like the the universal remote and switch like the cafeteria TV to Star Trek, and then we would just dub over the episodes.
Yes.
Yeah. Or we would play not Kevin Bacon, but I think we call it like I guess it was just kind of a random association. It was like how many steps between these two things. The guy that did the pain tolerant stuff was really good at being able to just connect any two concepts or events or things like that. It'd be like, all right, connect the Simpsons to the theory of everything. And it'd
Mm-hmm.
be like, well, okay, this Stephen Hawking was in an episode. That kind of thing.
Just bam,
Bam,
done.
done. Yep. Yeah. And then I would uh, walk across the park to the college to go to the anime club.
Nice. I didn't. Yeah, I think the first like actual anime I personally watched was in college because my the gaming club was a combo. It was like gaming and anime and sci-fi and chess for some reason. Well, because we like there were separate clubs and they all kind of eventually before I got there got subsumed into one.
Uh,
And yeah, so then I ended up getting shown a handful of anime in college, and then we sought out some other anime after. And I just don't watch a lot of on-screen media lately, so I've fallen way behind. Um, but yeah, no, our lunch table was definitely so it was. I guess it started out as there was the table of the like the mischief maker dudes,
mm-hmm.
or like the you are clearly smart, but for whatever reason you are not applying yourselves.
mm.
Yep, yep. And then there was the girls who were like the overachiever smart, and yeah, I was at that table
Aw.
with a small handful of friends. And eventually, well, what ended up happening is like my high school sweetheart was like, I want to sit with them. Like, I'm going to invite her to sit with us. And I maybe did it like once or twice, but I was just like kind of, I felt like I was maybe a bit exposed. And so I just quick went back to the other table. And then eventually he was just like quietly, this is stupid. I'm going to make the tables combine now.
Yep.
And so that's when, that is when one table got, like, the,
When
the
two
jokester
tables become one.
the jokester dudes and the overachiever ladies became one table, and at least two marriages occurred from that. I am not kidding. Yes, yeah, no, we're almost most of us were certainly neurodivergent,
Oh yeah. Like yeah, these
and
clusters happen for a reason.
yeah,
It's
and
like the only people that can put up with each other.
one of my best college buddies was actually from the same high school, like 1 or 2 years ahead, so we weren't interacting, and they were like one or two tables over playing Magic the Gathering or Pokemon on like some variant of Game Boy. And um several of them, not him though, talking about I'm sorry, Werewolf the Apocalypse.
Yeah, I tried to get in on the D&D game that my 12th grade friends were playing, and then eventually when they were because they just moved to the nearby college. I still kept in
Yeah.
touch, and they went to the anime club, at least some of them. But there is and I found out later that maybe the reason they didn't want me in there was because there is like a role played romance in it with like a
Oh.
pregnancy. Like they were playing some erotic D&D, and I'm like, oh good, oh good, oh good. I did not join that group.
Yep. Mhm. Like, "Oh, oh, oh.
Uh,
Okay, great."
yeah.
Yep.
Like I thought I was missing something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, I actually there was a D&D group that I wanted to like that nerd summer camp. I'm like I found out that they were in they had a D&D game
Hmm.
and I really wanted in, but I could not get in during the summer camp. Thankfully though, we had parties afterwards and
Yeah,
I
you
was
said that you
invited.
would drive to a different city.
Yep. Yeah, no, I was invited to I don't I've and I feel like I've said this on a prior horse club. I do not know why I was allowed to go to those. They were inter what do you I don't want to say mixed gender. Uh
Integrated?
yeah,
Uh,
no, no, there was although I think from those groups at
oh, is it like a
least
whole sleepover kind of thing?
yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was overnight. Yeah,
Okay.
they were co-ed. Thank you.
With no chaperone?
Well, technically, I think that I asked my mom as an adult, and she's like, "Oh, I knew that the parents were there," and I'm like, "I don't. All right,
Yeah. I don't think you know what that means. The parents were doing their own parent thing, so we were like in the basement.
I don't think we did anything other than the aforementioned watching, like,
Rocky Horror?
yeah." But no, I got to do that. I got to play Druid in Second Edition or AD&D. Let's effing go.
I for for live, uh so we did like the Heather and Corey Christmas,
That was
and I grabbed
great.
I grabbed the DM's guide for AD&D, and one of the things that Heather did that cracked me up was I was pointing at the specs for fortifications and buttresses, and she's like, "How big of a buttress? Like, you want the big buttress, the small buttress? Do you want it to thing? And what about like a water excess? Like,
I would like you to know that all of that played extremely well on the screen.
yep, it started with the section on rods before staves. It's like, oh, such a big rod. It's like, shut up. We ran into like the sword of ego.
Oh god.
Uh, a bit that because we were only supposed to go for 5 minutes, but we went for 6, which means one of the tables that was actually sideways in the book had the pricing for elephants. They're expensive.
uh,
So yeah,
yeah.
y'all missed Heather doing an elephant impression. It was cut for time.
It's cut for time. Yeah, the all of the different and now a, you know,
Yeah,
person and person holidays were inspired. Thank you for this gift.
and they were so easy to do.
Uh-huh.
Also, it was Heather's idea for me to crouch like a gargoyle, and by which I say a grotesque because gargoyles are water spouts.
Yep.
People.
Gotta get the terminology right.
For looking at buttresses, you might as well get statuary correct.
Yeah. I will say that I've had people are in chat are talking about experiences of being queer in like grade school or parochial school and things.
Mm-hmm.
Um and like I definitely am not like I'm as far as I know straight. Uh but
Yeah, there's room to change.
Yeah, exactly. And there's so many groups of people that I have been in where like several of the groups I have already described, like you look back 10 to 15 or 20 years later and it's like, "Oh, okay, so like 20 to 30% of them like came out as gay or trans or non-conforming." It's just so many percentage.
Mm-hmm. Just
All the
an
percentage.
overwhelming, like perhaps these numbers mean something. Like there's a strong correlation here.
Yep. Or like another group of friends, it's like, "Oh, we're all neurodivergent, are we? Aren't we? Oh, maybe I should make an appointment."
Oh, I wish I
Although
had that.
I
Because
well, it's I
everyone was
don't think
just kind of like weird,
yeah.
which isn't the same as neurodiverse. It's not medical to
Yeah.
be weird.
No. Also, like, actually paying for a psychologist to do a write-up is apparently kind of pricey.
Yeah.
And, in the States, it's not considered like, if you're an adult, I guess, and many times it's not considered, quote, "medically necessary."
Mm-hmm.
So
It's also off on my during my teens. I was really trying not to take meds.
Yeah.
I had had such a bad experience with like my antidepressants as a kid
Oh, yeah.
that I was just like, okay, I'm off them now. There's no danger. I'll just feel bad.
Oh,
So I was just like, and no one ever touched the anxiety. So the anxiety was just like out there running rampant.
yeah.
And I was in therapy for family stuff, but not my
Not for
own personal stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
That
like,
was yeah. That was one of the things that we ended up having to try during, the whole, "Oh, I guess Carrie just can't breathe."
yeah.
And I found out, 'cause I it did end up eventually leading to a major depressive, e uh, episode. I found out, like, a month ago that one of the breathing medications now has black box warnings for that.
Causes like
Yep.
panic and anxiety. Yeah.
No, causes depression.
Oh,
Causes me I mean, like yeah, no, it was singular. I'm like, that might explain because it's not that I'm not depressive. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely some of that there, but uh, like I was to the point where like I was trying to watch Space. There's one episode of Space Ghost that I probably couldn't watch again because I just was like lying on the couch and just feeling dead.
so you just feel that again when you watch it.
Probably would.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I ended up eventually weaning off of. Well, I think it was like my high school boyfriend was like, "You're on a lot of stuff and it doesn't seem to be doing much of anything." So I just chose to wean off and then I actually felt like mostly okay in one of those rare cases.
Right.
So,
Hmm. It's all coming together.
yeah, I'm gonna finish drawing some what time is it? Finish drawing some more cheese holes on this and then I want to before the end of the episode which is rapidly approaching uh I'll add more Wisconsin stickers to this bad boy, but I want to give it a test run.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I don't know, like, how well it'll.
oh, you don't. So, 1 second. Okay, good. That's the camera. If you want, I can take the camera is not latched.
Can we get like a side view?
Yes,
All right.
you can see.
I'm ready for
I've
this.
tried to clean up where I see. Unfortunately, you can see how I live. All right.
I can show you the I'll
Okay.
show you mine.
All right. Can we see that? All right. All right.
That's
Cool.
your
Yep.
yes.
All right. So I gotta unlatch this bad boy to get to the switch.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Ah! Go cheese racer! Go cheese
No,
racer!
no, no. That's going to the garbage cans.
Go
No.
cheese racer!
Goodbye.
Goodbye. You will be missed.
Okay. All right. Let's put this bad boy back.
Yeah, you can
Am
deal
I
with
up?
that.
All right. Let me go. I'm gonna go get that.
You chase it down.
Yep.
There. I'll show my shame pile. Which includes, again, the box that Carrie sent me. There. Me. Ta-da!
I
My
cleaned my
stuff.
Yay, stuff.
All my stuff and
All
the
your stuff.
bags from DoorDash.
It's going back to its home planet of Wisconsin. Cheesy died on the way to his home planet. Worth it.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, no, I did actually, like, I dusted the floor.
Ooh.
Cause, like, I could have vacuumed, I guess, but I didn't want to, like,
No, you should get one of these.
yeah, get one of.
The air blowers.
Oh, yeah.
It'll dust a floor.
It'll dust the floor.
I did all my baseboards in under 2 minutes.
Sick.
Just like.
Yep. Right, I'll finish putting some cheesy dots.
Cheesy dots.
Cheesy dots.
Cheesy dots.
It's Cheesemas time in the city.
I don't know how to go from ding-a-ling.
Baby bells, hear them yell.
If baby bells screamed,
would they scream like this or like?
I want them to scream like Bugs Bunny in the shower. Just like, baby bells get cold when they're naked. Hold them close to the fire.
Someone has definitely done a baby bell striptease. Like that has to exist, right? Like not I was thinking a cartoon, but God, someone's done that at burlesque, haven't they?
Like I'm not
don't want to know.
I'm not gonna look.
Neither am I.
But I can see it in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I saw recently on like Insta that someone's partner had crocheted them like a baby bell. So it's got like the wax
cute.
and then it's like a little cheese nugget.
Oh,
I love it.
that's so good.
I love Baby Bell.
Yeah. I've
Hashtag not sponsored.
not sponsored.
Have you've seen the Mega Baby Bell, the Baby Bell Max,
Yes.
right? Yes. Yes. Good. Okay.
I went looking for it to see if I could like gift it or like send it or something, but I think they were only in Europe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Europe. Oh, special cheese in Europe.
Special cheese. Mega Bell. All right.
Oh my god. The Cheese Racer could carry Baby Bells.
Man, this party's gonna be lit.
Just like a single gherkin and a
Uh-huh.
baby. Yeah.
I would need to do that because this is just cardboard, right?
Yeah.
But I do have a copious quantity of Mod Podge. I mean, just
Oh, you can make your own, yeah.
I could.
Yeah. Take this
With
thing into the third dimension.
yeah. Oh wait. Okay, yeah, no, good. We're still looking. Yeah, no, Wisconsin. Welcome to adventure. And a picture of the only sandstone formations in the state, which is
What?
oh, there you go.
Yes. Samstone.
Sam Stone there in Wisconsin Dells, which is a place where you can take the duck tours. And you can also go to a water park. And they used to have like a Science World thing there.
Okay, I want duck tour, but
Yeah.
like celebrity house tour. So it's like, and here's Daisy Duck's house.
Lifestyles of the rich and Quackmas. Oh, that's right. The sticker sheet has its own. I can number this like a race car. 414. It's one of the Milwaukee area codes.
Okay.
Again, I do not understand why these stickers were in a semi-rural Michaels in Washington State.
Yeah, I don't know. Brand deal. The sticker producer. You just get bulk stickers.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta go somewhere. It's just like my store needs
Yep.
stickers, and they're like, "Here's stickers." And the
Yep.
store is like, "Well, let's
Like,
see.
what can we make for that celebrates Wisconsin? Let's see, a bunch of Milwaukees, some cheese, beer. I don't even know what this thing is. Is this a bus? That doesn't make sense.
You want to show it?" Yeah. Yes. The lights make it. Is there like a tram or a
Not so. The only thing that kind of looks like that, yeah, it looks like an old timey bus, I think, or more like a trolley. I don't know if there's a trolley. There's a light on top of the gas company building downtown that will be different colors depending on the weather, but it doesn't look like that.
What's the name for the elevators that go on slopes?
Oh shoot. Wasn't that was mentioned in one of the corp lines, right?
Probably. Well, paternosters were. I don't know if the
Funicular?
yeah
people are saying?
funicular.
I think funicular was a plot point in season 3.
I haven't listened to season 3,
Okay.
so I can neither confirm nor deny.
Can no longer. Okay, well, thing's going to be flanked with Milwaukee skylines, so
Brought my backup.
mm-hmm. I can't say I was thinking that this was the way I was going to decorate this when I got it a decade ago, but here we are.
You didn't know you'd have those stickers.
I didn't.
Who could have predicted?
Who could have predicted?
Not me.
All right. I think I'm going to call that done. I don't want to overdo it.
Just, gilding the lily at this point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gilding the cheese. I don't. Yeah.
Gilded cheese.
Okay. Can you get cheese with gold in it? That feels like something that
Feels like something.
you can get booze with gold in it.
It tastes like cinnamon hearts. Cheese with gold flakes. Would you want like a hard cheese or a soft cheese?
I mean, gold itself is soft, but
And if you're it's the edible gold, so it's probably going to be like foil basically.
yeah, yeah. Like I feel like if it's foil flakes, hard is better, but if it's like glitter, soft would be
Soft.
better.
Yeah, get like a glittery camembert.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the hop, also known as the Milwaukee streetcar, is a modern streetcar system in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey,
Of course,
it's
it's
a
called the
streetcar.
hop.
Why?
How long? Thank you, the AIM map. How long has that been going? Because did I just miss it, or did I just not do bar hops in Milwaukee, which I didn't do. Like I'm sure I have said this in the past. Growing up in Wisconsin, not drinking is the rebelling option. Okay, construction began in late 2016 and was completed in summer of 2018.
That is modern.
That's
Wow.
super modern. Okay. Yeah. No, I like that happened after I got this kit by like 5 years. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yep, yep,
Yep.
yep,
Yep.
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 Mhm.
Mhm. All right, I will call this done.
Okay, yay.
Ta-da!
It's so pretty.
Beautiful. That's for sure. All right. You want to show off Cheese Racer again?
Yeah.
With all
We're doing
the new stylings.
yeah. So it's a beautiful oops. Am I doing it? And it has its little flaps, which I think are craft singles. That's the only thing they're good for.
Yep.
And it's got a nice skyline.
Yeah. It's got that wood pattern base.
Yep. So yeah, the charcuterie board.
Yep.
And yeah, it just it blows up and then it runs away.
Well,
Oops. Oh yeah.
that's gonna be it for us today.
Yep. I sorry.
Mine doesn't actually come across on my microphone.
No, I can hear it.
You can, but Jack can't.
Yeah. Okay.
You're getting the raw feed. I can turn off all my filters and then give chat the same experience you're having.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I went to sound
No. Okay. No. Okay.
But yeah, that's
Hello.
That's fun. You should measure the force.
should measure
Yes.
the force.
Do it. Science. Science.
I'm a
Science. Science.
turbo fan.
How do I
Science.
point the
The thrust.
let me-
Point the
where's
gun.
my-
Yeah.
Okay. Main host. Here's the scale. It's in grams.
That's reasonable. Oh my god. Holy shit. Sick.
Like that's more than what I weigh my coffee beans out for today. Like
An entire drink of rum.
Yep. All right. Thank you for joining me today, Carrie.
Yes, pleasure to be here.
Do you want people to find you anywhere?
Eh.
Eh.
Yeah, no, I'll be Iris of Ether in most social media things. Iris of Ether with underscores at kind.social. I think there's nominally an Instagram. No one else has stolen the username yet, so if you see that, it is me. Don't steal it, please.
No steal Carrie's name.
No steal. It's my name. It's mine.
Everything we do on Loading Ready Run is brought to you by you. And kind support at our Patreon, patreon.com/loadingreadyrun, or through here at twitch.tv/loadingreadyrun, or on YouTube, youtube.com/loadingready. Live is the stream's VOD channel, but all of the channels are available. They're an interconnected network of content, including Graham's vlogs. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.